With the Go Fest finale happening this Saturday, we have the Ultra Beasts coming. Let's go over each raid and find out what are the best Pokemon to use, what Megas to use, so you can beat these raids very easily. And let's also compare Buzzwole and Circuitry and see how good are they compared to the rest of their relevant meta. What's up, everybody? It's yours truly, Fitz. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Apologies, it's been a while. Took a nice little break, but we're back with some good information that you guys need to know. So Buzzwole is going to be in raids along with Pheromosa, Circuitry, and Nihilego. So Buzzwole, bug and fighting. It's already 4 times weak to flying. So that's pretty easy to figure out where the best Pokemon against it. Obviously Moltres. Now Moltres for a multitude of reasons. Wing attack and sky attack is what you're going to want, but it resists not only the fighting moves, but it greatly resists the bug moves. So if it has Lunge or Fell Stinger, Moltres is by far going to be the best Pokemon to use. Flying Rayquaza is good as well, as it's shown here. Again, another flying Pokemon. Also, when you're looking more, Yveltal's pretty good with Gust and Hurricane, actually, so if you have one powered up, you can absolutely use it. Tornades, maybe not so much. Staraptor, we did just have a community day, so if you power it on up, it actually is a very good Pokemon to use. Honchkrow has always been a staple. Ho-Oh is not bad with Extra Sense for your Brave Bird, or if you have a flying type hidden power like I do, this is actually a pretty good option as well. Mewtwo, always a good option if you're not going to use a flying type. This is the only Pokemon I recommend you use if you do not have a full team of flying types. Let's say you don't have a full team of Moltres, Rayquaza, Yveltal, like you can't fill up a team of pure flying types. You could throw Mewtwo in the back just to do mass super effective damage, but you're going to want to use flying types. Now, the Mega. What Mega should you use against this Pokemon to beat it very easily? Have you thought about it yet? You'd be correct if you said Mega Charizard Y. Huge attack stat, and it's just like Moltres, it's fire and flying type. Now, your main goal isn't necessarily to do a ton of damage, even though you're going to. With your fire moves, you use Fire Spin and Blast Burn, but your major concern, again, is to survive, because, again, if it has Lunge or Fell Stinger, even though Mega Charizard Y isn't, like, extremely good as far as its defense and whatnot goes, but if we look at it here, I mean, 212 defense actually isn't that bad now I think about it. 186 stamina, this is the go-to Mega Pokemon that you should use against Buzzwole. And the same thing goes into Pheromosa. We don't even have to necessarily talk about the counters because they're the same for Buzzwole. And Pheromosa is going to be easily doable, and so is Buzzwole. So the good thing about doing these raids, Pheromosa and Buzzwole, is you can duo them. Each of you Mega Charizard Y. One of you guys put your Mega in the first slot, the other one put the Mega in the 3rd or the 4th slot. You do that, and you have good counters with Moltres, Rayquaza with flying moves, Yveltal. You're going to do really well. You really are. Even the Staraptor, again, anything that has a flying moveset does 4 times damage, and is also going to get that Mega boost in attack from the Mega Pokemon, Mega Charizard Y. You're going to be able to duo Pheromosa and Buzzwole, because Pheromosa also has access to not only a charge move for Bug, but also a quick move for Bug. You got a 50% chance that's Bug Bite, you got a 50% chance that's Low Kick, but either way, they're not doing super effective damage. They're doing not very effective damage towards the flying types, and then if it's a Bug move, it's 4 times resistance due to that fire and flying typing of your Charizard, of your Moltres. So, pretty easy to knock these out if you're kind of like a completionist like me as far as IVs go. I'm going to try to get a good IV for Pheromosa and obviously get a good IV Buzzwole, and then I'm probably done for the most part. But then now we get into Circuitry, which is a monster and a very... You need to get a good one. Let's put it this way. 330 attack, 144 defense, 195 stamina. It's actually not that bad. It's a little bit better than Gengar as far as the tankiness goes, basically. Now, what are the top counters for this one? Garchomp. It's a given. Because of its typing, it's got Mudshot and Earth Power. It is a fantastic Pokemon to use. Therian Landorus, fantastic, and regular Landorus as well, I would recommend. Excadrill, I'm not so sure. A lot of people don't have a good IV in one of these, so I would go more towards Rhyperior. Groudon, obviously. This one's kind of a given. It's pretty easy to counter. There's a lot of powerful ground types. And then the number one Pokemon that you want to use, the Mega, is Mega Steelix. Not only is it going to resist those electric moves, which I'm pretty sure that's all Circuitry has. No, it actually has Grass and, interesting, it has Dazzling Gleam as well. So, Thunder discharging Dazzling Gleam is going to be a no-brainer for Mega Steelix, obviously. Now, Power Whip's probably going to do a little bit more damage to Steelix because it's going to take neutral damage, but Steelix has a massive, massive, massive defense stat. Like, it's absurd how big the defense is on Mega Steelix. So, it is the go-to Mega when you're doing Circuitry raids. Now, I'm going to leave you in on a little hint here because I just thought of this. If you're going to be doing Pheromosa raids and Buzzwole raids, Mega your Mega Charizard wide first and do these raids specifically and knock them out. Get whatever you're trying to do, get it done. That way, when you're done, you can go to Mega Steelix and take care of your Circuitry. You can take care of Circuitry and not have to worry about re-megaing back into Mega Charizard Y and using energy in case you don't have any. Use Mega Charizard Y for what you're going to do, get it done, then Mega Steelix for Circuitry, which directly ties into Nihilego, because Nihilego is weak to Steel. And what is Steelix? Steel and Ground type. It is also 4 times weak to Ground. So there you go. This is like the best way you can tackle the day if you're really going to start raiding and really dive into it. You do your Mega Charizard Y, or you could do it the other way around, where you do your Steelix, take out Circuitry and Nihilego with your Steelix, get what you need, and when you're done, Mega Charizard Y, get Pheromosa and Buzzwole, and once you're done, you can go for shiny hunting, whatever it is that you're going to do after, you can complete it. So that is my overall best advice that you could do to absolutely slaughter these Pokemon when you raid them. Now, Nihilego, as far as what you're going to use, same ground types as Circuitry. So all the counters for Circuitry go to Nihilego. As you can see, this raid day is going to be extremely easy, and it's going to be extremely effective. So make sure you're using those Lucky Eggs too, because you're going to be knocking out Pheromosa and Buzzwole very quickly. Now, probably what you've all been waiting for is the comparison of Circuitry to the other electric types, and Circuitry is the best. With a terrible charge move, absolutely terrible, it is leagues above the competition. Zekrom was our best electric type. It does have a better total damage output because of its tankiness. It has great defense and HP stats, but it still falls quite significantly in DPS overall. So if you have a Circuitry and a Zekrom on your team as an electric types against, let's say, a Kyogre or something, you're just going to wreak havoc. So Circuitry is a must to raid for sure. It is the best electric type, and it will be probably for a very, very long time. Now, if we look at Buzzwole, it's a little bit different story. Lucario is still a monster, and it still has pretty good total damage, or total from DPS and TDO as well. Conkeldurr and both Galarian Zapdos do outbeat Buzzwole as well. But, as you see, the total between Galarian Zapdos and Buzzwole is pretty much the same. It is worth getting. It is worth getting a good one. It is pretty solid in PvP. It is a good PvP Pokemon. And I think it's just good to have on your team, because when you look at Buzzwole, the typing, its resistances are interesting. It resists Bug, it resists Dark, Fighting, Grass, and Ground. So, depending on the raid boss in the future, it could be a really good pick, just because of its typing alone. Because remember, having a very powerful Pokemon is one thing, but typing advantages is another thing as well, as far as going into a raid. So that's something to think about. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Are you prepared for this weekend? Are you excited for it? What are you most excited for? Let me know. Smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so. That's your boy Fitz. I'm signing off. I'll see you guys in the next Pokemon Go video.